Southern states fought integration with massive resistance, and South Carolina was the last to comply.
South Carolina was not unknown for its violence. In fact, people thought of it as one of the more violent states.
But in January 1963, Harvey Gantt integrated Clemson College peacefully. His success did not come without a struggle.
First application was sent in January of 1961, I believe. And then thereafter successively for every term, summer school and all. And they kept turning me down.
The NAACP, led by Matthew Perry, filed a series of lawsuits on Gantt's behalf.
All along, NAACP has gone through the courts or a legal way. They have not advocated taking up violence or anything against people.
If it can be forestalled, so to speak, by a private telephone conversation with the governor.
Even as they fought Harvey Gantt in the courts, Governor Hollings and Clemson created a plan to avoid conflict. Gantt's arrival was met by a sea of reporters.
And if it was uneventful to journalists because it had no violence, then so be it. But he was achieving what he had come there for, and that was to gain an education.
Matthew Perry said, Harvey, I, along with your parents and others, have supported you all the way along, but the rest of this you got to do by yourself. Brought you 90 yards, you got to run the last 10 yards for the touchdown. It's amazing at 20 how fearless you are.
Such an attempt, of course, would probably take some support within the family. How did your father feel about it?
He was always for me, 100%. He was always for me.
This great state acted under the law last January when Harvey Gantt was admitted to Clemson College without disorder, without bitterness, and without defiance to the orders of the court.
It was the people of South Carolina that were represented in Harvey Gantt. It might have been the state of South Carolina opposing it, but it was the people who won. And I think South Carolina itself is a winner because of what Harvey Gantt and Judge Matthew Perry did. It's a great story. It's a story that's not well known. South Carolina's civil rights movement, I think, has the most interesting characters of any single state. And for some reason, we have not understood it as well as, say, Alabama has told this story, or Mississippi has told this story.